So if you can imagine, if you're in a side lunge and this is your foot, the foot would be stable on the floor and you'd be moving your tibia and adjusting your ankle bones as you move in and out on that stable foot. So today we're going to do the opposite. We're going to have a stable tibia and we're going to mobilize the bones of the feet in pronation, supination. So here we go. I have a yoga belt. So I'm going to lasso the ball of my foot and pull back. And I'll raise it up and I'm just going to slide forward in the chair and kind of lean back so be a little bit in flexion but comfortable. So I bring the foot up and as you can see, bottom of the foot is facing the camera. So I have my heel and toes vertical, so my foot is in neutral and vertical. So if I just took my foot to the side and nothing moved, the foot and ankle bones stayed the same, you'll see that the foot starts facing away from the floor. If I was on the floor, my foot would go away from the floor. So what I want to do is pretend that the camera is the floor and I have to adjust my foot bones as I move the leg. So as I move to the left, I move laterally and abduct the leg. I pull back on that right side. So actually I'm just going to mobilize the foot and show you what's possible here. So that just doing that feels great. And the tibia just stays where it is. Now, when I begin to abduct, I want to keep the bottom of the foot facing the camera. So I'm pulling back on that right side. And the further I go, the more I have to pull back and let that left ankle open, the right ankle closes, as if I'm trying to keep that outer edge on the ground. And as I come back to center, I slowly start pulling on the left side. Now as I go across the midline, I have to really pull back on that left side. It's harder to do this adduction. I'm feeling my femur come to the inside of the socket. And I'll adjust and come back to center. So now I'm going to reach the heel and dorsiflex the ankle. Put a little stretch on the calf. We'll do the same thing. Pulling back in that right side. Coming back to center. Go across the midline. Adducting the leg. And back to center. I'm going to hold a little bit lower now. Now I'm going to plantar flex the foot. Actually engage the calf. So I'm reaching the femur out of the socket. And I pull back on that inner edge. As far as I can go. It's actually easier if I raise the leg a little bit, and I'm keeping the leg straight the whole time. Come back to center, so I'm really using my arms. And I go across the midline. That femur is deep in the inside of the socket. And as I go to the midline, my foot naturally pulls back. I was trying to keep it pointed, but it kind of naturally pulls back. If I keep it pointed, the calves really have to work as I reach across. Back to center, and that's it. Now when I stand, I can feel the outer edges of the feet. The inner edge, the outer edge, the whole periphery of the foot. So the foot feels nice and wide, laterally and front to back. And now even though we mobilize those foot bones, now they're actually free to be more stable as I shift and keep the foot where it is and move the ankle in the foot, but keeping both edges of the feet.